whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Like I said, we got to be the hardest on that team. We got to get every number.
Can you feel it? This is our house. Game clock starts.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TV Garden for Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, presented by Harbaugh and Putnam, and tonight's game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. And at this time, we'd ask you all to please rise as we honor those who have served and continue to serve our country with the presentation of our nation's colors. Tonight, the colors will be presented by the Westover Young Marines Honor Guard. And now, for the singing of our national anthem, please welcome a contestant on this season of American Idol, Real Records Only recording artist and Wareham native, Tenny Matthews.
So proudly we did, and that's why rise and night stars through the perilous sky. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so
Hey, listen up. We're here because we deserve to be here. Because what's inside us has made us relentless. Made us get back up again and again. Made us one of a kind. And made us go further than anyone thought. So they will not outwork us, outwill us, or take what is ours. Because we are...
Whatever you're made for, Gatorade is made to fuel it.
We have got a problem. A few problems, actually.
We've got aging roadways,
Aging power grids,
aging everything.
We also have the age-old problem of bias in the workplace.
Really? Never heard of it.
The question is, who's going to fix all of this? An actor? Probably not. But you know who can solve it? Business. Because solving big problems is what business does best. So let's take on the wage gap, the opportunity gap, the achievement gap. Whatever the problem, business can help. And I know who can help them do it.
We don't just make cars. We make technology that moves people. This is the 2018 Nissan Rogue, featuring tech like Pro Pilot Assist. It helps keep you centered in your lane and in control. This is how Nissan Intelligent Mobility is reinventing driving for everyone. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Listing? It lives up to the hype plus.
Rated R. Get tickets now.
When your back's against the wall, you have to do some drastic things, and they did that.
Everybody was locked in. The goal was to win this game, and we did it.
On the drive, McConnell scores.
We're going to take it one possession at a time in each game and fight like it's our last.
Go home mode.
Game day has arrived once again in Boston. TD Garden, the home of the Celtics. Coming off that train, filing into the Garden. A sellout crowd expected tonight. The NBA playoffs on TNT. Eastern Conference semifinals, presented by Hulu. And hi, everybody. We welcome you from TD Garden in Boston. Great to have you with us tonight. We're set for Game 5. Brian Anderson, along with the Hall of Famer Kevin McHale. Ross Gold on Woody is our reporter. And Kevin, last game, Game 4. This is an old-school rivalry, we know that, but it broke out into like an old-fashioned 80s kind of game. There's a lot of post-ups, a lot of pain points.
Yeah, I actually saw power forward post-up. I didn't know what to do. The Celtics, they have to make the next adjustment because Philadelphia punched the ball inside of them. Stevens always makes the adjustment. Brad Stevens, the Celtics coach, to be more aggressive. Watch for the Celtics to front the post, get around, pressure the ball, and make Philly play away from that post-up. Always goes aggressive, Brad Stevens does with the defense.
Sixers had 52 points in the paint in Game 4. They were plus 22 in that category.
One thing I like to look at, you had the points from the free throw line, too. They had 72 points between free throws and points in the paint.
Leads us to our starting lineups. It is courtesy of Kia. Noteworthy in the starting lineup, T.J. McConnell played 39 minutes, 19 points. McConnell's back in there, his second career playoff start. And Jaylen Brown returns for the Boston Celtics. Shane Larkin is injured, not available. That means Boston needs a backup point guard, and that means Marcus Smart will come off the bench and provide that role for Brad Stevens. And how about Jaylen Brown coming back from a hamstring injury in Game 7 against Milwaukee in the first round. And here he is back in a starting role. We're ready to go. Game 5. It is a closeout opportunity once again for Boston. Philadelphia trying to keep their season alive one more game and get this one back for a Game 6 in Philly. Sixers control the opening tack, and there is McConnell, and right away goes to work with a paint touch.
Hey, how about that? Drive into the paint on a great defender, Rozier, and just shoot over the top of him. Boy, McConnell is feeling it right now.
Well, that is a huge story for Brad Stevens. He talked to us about it at length as Jaylen Brown explodes and scores the first points of the game for Boston.
Way too easy for Jaylen Brown. He put the ball on the floor, just got a layup. There was no resistance at all off the dribble.
Joel Embiid finds Redick, and Brown with the block. Brown really hasn't been slowed much by that hamstring injury. The only thing you've noticed is the minutes that he's played, and he'll still be on a minutes restriction tonight as Horford trying to challenge Embiid. Nothing there.
Good defense by Embiid. Went up and challenged that shot. Al had no chance with that much contest.
Dario Saric has two running at him all the way to the hole and lays it in.
Again, too easy. That's a pump fake. Baines never moved. He just stayed attached to Embiid.
Great start for Jaylen Brown. Brown had a couple of lightning bolt games in the first round against Milwaukee. Twice went over 30 points. Had a 34-point game in that 7-game series. Ben Simmons, likely Rookie of the Year, and he'll knock his first shot down. Notice that Joel Embiid is without the visor here tonight. Baines so preoccupied with Joel Embiid that Saric was able to get right to the basket.
He had no vision of the ball whatsoever. He was exclusively looking at Embiid, and that's not good team defense there by Baines.
It's the first game that Embiid is playing without the visor across the mask. Fractured orbital bone in the left eye as Tatum, little shake and bake, and gets a friendly bounce.
Beautiful shot there by Tatum. Put the ball on the floor, got him off him, and just such a nice soft touch.
Good rhythm to this one early. Both teams shooting well, 3 out of 4 from the field on either side. And as these series go on, we see it every series as it plays out. The shooting percentage drops, and both of these teams were in the 40% range in Game 4.
Oh, yeah. The defense gets accustomed to seeing the players. You know the guy's best move. Tendencies come out, and the defense just starts picking up the longer the series goes.
103-92 was the final score in Game 4, won by Philadelphia. First win for them in this series. Boston has not lost on their home floor in the postseason this year. They won all 4 of their home games against Milwaukee and undefeated in this series against Philadelphia. And they're looking for a home win tonight to send them to the Eastern Conference Finals for consecutive years, where Cleveland awaits. Got a foul as Rozier on his way to the hole. Ben Simmons called for the foul. Celtics are 6-0. That one win was Game 3 on the road in Philadelphia. That put them in that 3-0 lead in this series. Much different story scoring the basketball, and a much different story shooting the basketball.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes. The Celtics play much better defense at home, and they get to run off their defense. They get steals. They're just more aggressive on the defense at home, it seems like.
Jaylen Brown knocks another one down. That's the start tonight. Coming back from the hamstring injuries, 3 for 3. Is Saric aggressive? Draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Nice aggressive move there by Saric. Earlier in this series, he might have stopped at the three-point line and did the typical Philly thing. Can we get a three-pointer in transition? He just put his head down, ran into Baines, and said, I'm really comfortable getting to the line to get myself going.
Well, he really found something in Game 4. Playoff career high, 25 points for Dario Saric. Had 4 assists as well. And he was perfect from the line in Game 4, and he starts that way tonight. Hey, a reminder, you can watch tonight's games in the NBA app on TNT Overtime. With TNT Overtime, you can stream enhanced live coverage of all Round 2 TNT games on your favorite device.
Brian, that free throw line sometimes is like mother's milk. Very comforting. You get up there and you make a couple free throws, and just the whole game kind of opens up for you.
Embiid will pull a 3, comes up short, and another offensive rebound. Philadelphia, the top rebounding team in the NBA this season during the regular year. Simmons looking for Embiid, disrupted by Baines. Pass a little bit behind the big man.
Yeah, great reaction there by Baines, tapping that ball away.
Saric guarding Horford. Horford backs him in. And Horford able to score. Strong to the hole.
That's a power paint point right there. That's put your shoulder in his chest and shoot it right over him and say, how you like me now?
Horford had a double-double in Game 4, but just 6 field goal attempts in that game. Had 10 points, 10 rebounds. Ball's moving well, and Saric just grazed the back iron.
Philadelphia fouls on number 17, J.J. Redick.
J.J. Redick picking up the foul away from the ball. Back to Horford.
Ooh, power paint point. Watch this. Put your shoulder into the ring. Now, there you go. Give him a little elbow in the ribs and get up there and shoot it over him. That's what I like to see. Just take that thing to the front of the rim and put it on him.
Horford had back-to-back games in these playoffs of 26 points. There's a turnover, a deflection by Sharks. McConnell runs it down. McConnell gives it up. Redick passes up a three. Now he goes to the hole, and he flips one up and over Horford. A lot of action in the paint. And here's Brown, a quick three, his first miss of the game. It's always interesting watching these series evolve. Philadelphia is trying to become the first team to advance when they are down 3-0, and there is T.J. McConnell. Well, what a find he has been. He averaged 10 points per game against Boston in the regular year. Philadelphia only won one of those 4 games. But Brett Brown going with McConnell in the starting lineup in Game 4, and it worked to their first victory. Rozier trying to shake Sarge. Too quick release. Can't get the layup. Embiid clears. Ilyasova at Belinelli soon to be checking in here. The inside, Sharks posting up Rozier, scores again inside.
Oh,
and the
nice.
formula's working, Kevin.
Absolutely. Nice play. Talking Boston to take a timeout. Joel Embiid gets the ball up high. He sees his power forward with a point guard on him. Throw it up there and let him lay it in. Nice offense by the Philadelphia 76ers.
The universe has spoken.